Hi, I'm Caitlin Van Kampen. For this project, our group chose to do how libraries could use Facebook for social media. So I'm going to give a quick background and history of Facebook first. It was founded February 4th, 2004 by Mark Zuckerberg at Harvard University. At its creation, it was designed to be for students at Harvard only, but over the next few years, it expanded, and by 2006, anyone over the age of 13 with a valid email address was able to create an account. By 2007, company pages started, allowing companies to promote themselves on an account for their business. Facebook became a place for people to interact with each other all over the world and businesses as well. They could do this through photos, status updates, articles, and more. Today, businesses and companies are able to create a page for their establishment that they can use to attract new patrons and communicate with regulars. A regularly updated and well-run Facebook page can have a large impact on the establishment it represents, including libraries. So I will now show you how to create a Facebook page for a library. For creating a page on Facebook, you must first have a personal account that you can manage it from. Once you have that, you can go to Create Page and click on that. It brings you to this page that gives you options of what type of organization you are making a page for. We'll go to local business or place. We will then choose from the drop-down library. It'll ask you for the business names, so we will add that in. Ours will be ASCII Public Library. And then it'll ask you for a street address, so we'll make one up. And then you'll also add in your phone number, so just to have some basic contact information for the library. And you'll click Get Started. It then wants you to add in a couple sentences to let people know what the page is about. So we will say this is the page for the ASCII Public Library. If you had a website for your page, you would add that in here, and then it asks if this is a real establishment, business, or venue. In a normal situation, you would hit yes, but because this is a fictional library, I'm going to click no, and then you'll save your information to continue on. You would then upload a picture, so we're just going to upload one from my computer. You can also import one from a website if you wanted to do it that way. And click Next. Then asks if you want to add it to your favorites, which I would recommend. This puts it on your home page, and when you're on there, then you can easily manage it from that site. And then click Next. And finally, it'll ask you about some of the demographics for your preferred page audience. So it starts out asking about the location, and we will leave this as everyone in the location because we would like everyone to access our library homepage. It also asks for an age range. I'm going to drop it down to 13, which is the youngest that someone on Facebook can be. And then you could also include interests, so we'll say people who like books, maybe. And then if you had any languages, so we'll say English. You could also have Spanish, Russian, French, whatever language that people do. And then hit Save to create your page. And now you have a home page for your library. Once you have that, you have the ability to design and update it a little more. So you could add a cover photo if you wanted, update the profile more. You are also able to now make status updates or post photos or articles. You can create events, and you can use the Facebook Live option. And I will now turn it over to my group members who will show how you're able to use these features.
Hi, my name is Alyssa McCarty and I will be discussing Facebook events. My presentation will include a step-by-step demonstration on how a library can create an event for its Facebook page, as well as a discussion on how events can be beneficial for libraries' use. By creating events, libraries are able to stay connected with their patrons outside of the library. Events are the perfect way for librarians and library administrators to promote programs and events that are happening at the library. This especially becomes beneficial when trying to inform parents about programs that their children might be interested in. Finally, events allow the library to monitor which patrons and how many patrons are interested in a particular event. So now I'm going to take you on a step-by-step demonstration of how our public library, the ASCII library, can create an event for its Facebook page. We will begin on the home page of the ASCII Public Library. To create an event, go to More and scroll down to create an event. The first thing it will ask is if you would like to add an event photo, and you can do so just by choosing a picture from your computer's files. You'll then have the opportunity to position it how you would like it. Next, you need an event name. For our example, we're going to create a children's story time. We're going to leave the location as the ASCII Public Library. Next, we have to insert start and end date and times. So we're going to host our event on Saturday the 26th, beginning at noon, and then it will end on the same day at 2 p.m. Next, you will need to select a category that your event fits in. So for our story time, we're going to choose community and then family. Next is the description. The description is probably the most important part of the event page because it is what people will read when they visit your event page. So you want it to be inviting, so it makes the event look like something everyone would want to attend. So I'm just going to type something real quick for ours. So I typed, bring your child to story time. Several stories will be shared and there will be plenty of opportunities for the children to interact with the librarian and with each other. Crafts and snacks will be included. Next, you want to choose a couple key words for your event. So for ours, I'm going to do story time. They will give you choices to choose from, but you can just ignore those. And for our event, it's important that we mark free admission and family friendly since the children won't be charged. Finally, there is the option to add a link to a ticketing website or co-host. If you may use this if you're doing a book reading that you want to charge patrons for, or if you want to add other librarians as co-hosts. But for now, we're going to ignore that, and then we just hit publish. And this is how the event page will appear. The date and location can be found below the picture, as well as the text box to create posts and add photos. You can see here that our page is public, which is best because it allows anyone on Facebook to join, which will result in higher turnout. Over here, there are also options to boost your event so it reaches more people, to share it in your news feed via Messenger, and also the option to invite friends from your friend list. At this point, our event page is fully functional. Now, all we have to do is post in the page occasionally to build interest.
Hello there, my name is Sarah McMullen. Today I'm going to talk to you about Facebook and more specifically, Facebook and how it relates to libraries as a social media tool. Now, Facebook and especially Facebook posts, when used with pictures, can be a very powerful tool. It can help promote the library and act as a form of advertising and showing the public just exactly what is happening at the library. It can demonstrate what has been happening with past events at the library as well as upcoming events. It's a great way to promote different themes that are going on in the library as well. Now, this is really important when getting across the relevancy of the library to not only the patrons that make use of the library, but also to those who are funding the library, such as shareholders. So without further ado, I will be showing you a demonstration step by step of how to create posts using pictures for the library. Welcome to the demonstration portion of learning about posts. Facebook has the potential to reach countless individuals and help them learn about your library. So it's important that you keep your Facebook up to date and current and full of lots of exciting information. One of the ways you can do that is with posts, as we discussed earlier. So to make a post, you simply click in the box that says write something, where it says status, and then you can write something exciting about what's going on at your library. So something fun, you can talk about an upcoming event. So on our page, you can see that one of our upcoming events is story time. So I'm going to talk about story time. Now I have already written a post about story time, so I'm just going to copy and paste that in there. So I have written, looking for something fun to do over Thanksgiving break? Look no further than your public library. The children's story time on Saturday, November 26th at 12 p.m. promises to be an amazing time for both children and parents. Next, you can put a picture in to add a visual aspect. So I'm going to put a picture of story time. So there we are, and we will publish that. It's always important to make sure that you look over your posts and make sure that they don't have any spelling errors in them, and um, make sure that everything looks okay and matches up with the event that you are promoting. So there's that. And finally, we are going to make a post for an ongoing theme of sorts that the library is going to be having, just to keep patrons aware of what the library is currently working with. So the theme that we're going to be advertising and promoting for the library is computer literacy. So again, I'm going to copy and paste a post I've already created. um, Reads, it's Computer Literacy Month here at ASCII Public Library. Whether you're a tech whiz or just getting started with computers, we have a class that is perfect for you. Stop by the library today to speak with one of our tutors and find a time in class that suits your skill level and schedule. So we'll find our photo that goes with that. We're going to go with a keyboard to stick with the theme. And another option that you can do if you don't want to publish your post right away, you can always click publish and schedule and make your post go for another time. You can also save it as a draft if you'd rather work on it at a later time. So that's a little bit about creating posts. Hope you learned something, had some insight, and thank you for listening.
Hi, my name is Emma Bale, and I'm going to be showing you how to use the new Live app on Facebook, which can help you with your library in showing patrons just what's going on at the library, what events they might find interesting, and giving them a sneak peek on what is going on and showing them what they're missing. Now this app is only usable through Facebook on your mobile smartphone. So to be able to do this, you will need to have a smartphone on you. And this can be done by either a librarian or assistant over working at the library, and it could be very helpful. All right. All right, so for the purpose of this instructional video, I am going to start this video off on the ASCII Public Library page. For this page, if you want to publish the live video, all you have to do is under the add a button, hit publish. And at this point, you can add a little caption. Since this video is currently going to be posted during ASCII Library's Computer Technology Month, we are going to type that we are experimenting with computer technology here at ASCII Public Library. Alright, and then after you go ahead and type in your little caption, just go ahead and hit that little camcorder button with the eye in it. And then it's going to pop up all the options such as checking in, photo, video, feeling activity, and the one we want, live video. So we are going to go ahead and hit. Saying then, after you decide you get the camera facing where you want exactly, go ahead and hit go live. Just wait for the countdown. Hi, we're here at ASCII Public Library having fun experimenting with QuickTime Recorder and having fun in general. Come and join us. Go ahead and hit finish. Then this has to buffer the video, so it's just gonna be a second. All right. And there we go. It's very handy. It says you can upload on HD, you can export it and save it to your computer with that little square button with the downward arrow. And you can even delete it if you weren't satisfied with it, or you can go ahead and post it. In this case, we are going to post it. Now you can see from the top of the screen, it says it's uploading. And in cases like this, videos do take us some time to buffer, so you're going to have a bit of a wait depending on how long your video is. Since this video was a little shorter, it didn't take as much time to buffer as it might usually. Go ahead and hit OK. And then if you scroll down, you can find your post. And anyone that is can see the library public Facebook page will be able to see your live post and see what exactly is going on at the library and what they are missing. All right. Now, if you wanted to do things such as boost posts, there's a button down there. And go ahead and hit the boost. And this gives you a variety of options such as where exactly you want to have it available for the boost. If you want specific target audiences, for example, this one would be interesting to not only young kids who want to experiment more with computers, but also older audiences who want to learn more about computers. So go ahead and hit that, hit boost post. And there you go. All right. All right, and that's it. I hope you have fun learning about how to use Facebook's live function with me. Have a good night.
My name is Emily Plakowski, and I am here today to discuss with you how libraries can post articles on Facebook. But before we get into that discussion, I want to have a little talk about why libraries would post articles on Facebook. It is similar to the logic to why individuals would post articles there. Not only does it generate interest, but it also generates conversation as well as promotes action. For example, if a person decides to post an article regarding an upcoming event that's nearby, it would generate enough conversation for people to want to go there. That also applies to libraries. Let's say a library posts an article about one of its upcoming events, and the logic is to generate enough conversation among people and users so that they would want to go to that event. In other words, libraries post articles on Facebook to enhance user awareness of the library. Now, I will show you 2 ways of how libraries can post articles on Facebook. So the first thing that we want to do in regards to posting articles onto the ASCII Public Library Facebook page is to find an article. Now what I like to do is find articles on the American Library Association because they provide articles on the newest books, technology, and anything relevant to the library world. But you can also find articles on other websites as long as it pertains to your library. So let's just scroll down here and, oh, here's one. Unity, Kindness, Peace, a new book list from the ALSC. So let's go ahead and click on it and read it. So it says here, the Association for Library Service to Children has released a new book list to share the message of creating unity, acting with kindness towards others, and promoting peace. It also says the committee developed this list for librarians, parents, etc. faced with children asking tough questions about the recent election and looking at positive ways to take action. And so that's certainly relevant in our times. And it also says the book list is available for free download on the ALSC website. Now that's certainly something that I would like to promote. So now let's move on to the ways that, or our next step, the ways to post the articles literally onto the Facebook page. And the first way to do it is the classic copy and paste, where we copy the URL and then paste it right onto the page. So I have the URL and there's the link. And now another way of doing it is to actually click on one of these social media icons here, which will actually create a link from the social media account to the article. So let's click on the Facebook one. And there's the link here. So let's go ahead and share it on the page here. And now our next step is to create what is called a call of action. And this refers to a comment in which you want to have people talk about the article as well as do something in regards to the article. Now, this doesn't have to be a salesman pitch, but it has to generate enough conversation and promote enough action to actually do something in regards to this article, which in this case is to talk about this book list and to download it from the ALSC website. So I'll go ahead and make an example here. And spelling also helps. And always refer to the link down below. So here's my call of action. It is important for people, especially children, to promote unity, kindness, and peace as positive ways of action. This book list will do just that, and it's available for free download. For more details, click on the link below. Now our final step is to post the article on Facebook. And here we go. And that is how you post articles on Facebook. And overall, that is how you use Facebook to promote your public library. Have a good night.